Greetings, Lynn Graft here, founder of Storytelling for Entrepreneurs. Today I'm going to talk about brevity, why it's better to keep your story short when you are creating and telling your entrepreneurial story. To clarify, it's not that people don't like long stories. People actually love long stories. Point in case, what's the most successful movie in history? It's Avatar. What's the second? Titanic. These movies are 2.5 and 3 hours long respectively. Lord of the Rings, most read book in history outside the Bible, is more than 1,000 pages. But we're not here to create a blockbuster movie or a best-selling book. We are here to share a story that's going to help us launch and grow our business successfully. When people ask you to tell them your story or pitch your idea, they want it done in a very succinct manner. Everyone always appreciates what I call an economic approach to words, whether they say so or not. And here are some of the top 4 reasons why this is true. First, this one's easy. People are busy. Got a crazy schedule. All this data is flying at them, and they're looking for ways to take things off their plate because their plate is already full. Or they're trying to reduce the time they spend on each one of those particular tasks or activities because they need to free up time for something else. I mean, how often do you hear people saying they've got tons of time to meet with you? And even if you get that in-person meeting, you've only got minutes to suck them in or they're going to tune you out. Apple brand evangelist, author, and investor Guy Kawasaki puts it best. I've never heard a pitch that was too short. Bottom line, you're not going to have all day, so try and keep it as short as possible. Plus, it's more likely that someone's going to give you 5 minutes if you ask for a meeting instead of when you were asking for 60. Second, the mediums and channels we use to access content are shrinking. Smartphones, tablets, Apple Watches, Fitbits, the digital devices and screen size are getting smaller and smaller than they've ever been in history. And the content is following suit. Think about this. Instagram's limit for stories is 15 seconds. Twitter's limit is about 240 characters. In my world of video and film, there's this recent study that came out by Vidyard on their business benchmarks for videos. 56% of videos published in the last 2 years are 2 minutes or less. And we have 1, 6, and 15-second film festivals and competitions in my space. Short mediums are conducive to shorter content, so you have to adapt and prepare for it. Third, a short story means there is less information to convey and your listener is more likely to remember what you tell them. And this is a big deal because most of us are forgetting the information we are exposed to on a daily basis anyways. Researcher Dr. Herman Ebbinghaus came up with this mathematical formula that basically states that over the course of 48 hours, 2 days, you're going to forget 70% of the information that you received. That means you need to do whatever you can to make sure that your story stays within that 30%. It's amazing how much we forget, so you really got to focus on keeping it short so people will more than likely remember it. Lastly, if you have a short story versus a long one, you increase the probability it's going to get captured by your listener in its original format so they can recall it and share it. Tell a long story and things are bound to get missed or even ignored. Or they might jumble it in their head, remember it incorrectly, and then when they share it, if they do, and you want them to share it hopefully, they're going to share it incorrectly if it's too long or just too confusing. The bottom line on all this, it's better to keep your story short. If you're ever in doubt on this, remember what one of our country's founding fathers said. Never use 2 words when one will do. Big props to Thomas Jefferson for that lesson in brevity. Thanks for watching. If you have other ideas on why to keep your story short, leave your ideas in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed to our Storytelling for Entrepreneurs YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button on this page. We appreciate your support and we'll keep this content coming at you.